This Agua de Beber guitar lesson will show you how to play a strum-along arrangement in the same key as the classic version sung by Asrud Gilberto, along with chord diagrams and an accompanying karaoke video. We'll cover it all with the step-by-step approach. The song's A section is used for the intro. It consists of 8 total measures, so we're going to start with a one-strum approach, get you acclimated to the chord shapes we're going to use. For measure 1, it'll be an A minor 7th, an open A minor 7. For measure 2, we split that up between 2 chords. A lot of ways you can go about playing this chord. You could play a B7, but we're going to jazz it up with a B7 flat 5. That's the voicing I like for that. And again, you want to play an arpeggio. Make sure you get all those strings to ring clear. And then we go to an E7th with a raised 5th. Again, that's the voicing I happen to like for this arrangement. If you haven't done that, it's a tricky transition here. That's measure 2. So let's back it up to the beginning. We'll connect measures 1 and 2. A minor 7, the B7 flat 5, the E7 with the raised 5th. Measures 3 and 4, we repeat that sequence. Measure 3, A minor 7, then B7 flat 5, E7 with the raised 5th again. Measure 5 will be an A minor 7. Measure 6 will be an F major 7th. Make sure that you mute that 5th string. You want that bass note to ring clearly on the 6th string. Back to A minor 7th. And for the final measure, a lot of ways you can go about this. I like doing this. And I would consider this to be a B flat major 7th chord voicing on those top 4 strings. You can give this voicing a lot of different names. We kind of release. When we get into the strumming, you'll see how that sounds, but we're just kind of one strumming it for now. Let's put it together from the beginning. Again, first 8 measures, A minor 7, B7 flat 5, E7 with the raised 5th. Then repeat that sequence. A minor 7th, B7 flat 5, E7 raised 5th, A minor 7th, F major 7, back to A minor 7, and then the B flat major 7th. Next we'll apply a strum pattern to section A, and we're going to start off with the basic strum and then throw in some variations. With the basic strum, for measures 1 and 2, it'll sound something like this. Once you get that down, we'll add a variation. What I mean by a variation is we want to sort of emulate or copy the vocal line a little bit. The vocal line for the intro, from that A minor 7th, that's just a matter of tapping down the 3rd finger. So what we could do, so if you kind of keep that in mind, it doesn't have to be an exact strum, but if you kind of do that tapping a little bit, it'll sound a little bit better. Here's how that'll sound with that 3rd finger lifted. And then for the second half, again, we'll still do that for measure 5. And then for the F major 7th, that's the dun dun. And again, we're going to do a lift, this time with the pinky. And then we'll go back to the A minor 7, but this time we'll have the 3rd finger down. So it's actually an A minor. So dun 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 dun, backing up to the F major 7th. And then for the B flat major 7th, let's back it up a little bit to those last four measures. So you can see there are some strumming variations. Kind of hard to explain, but we'll go through it again, those last four measures, and we'll put it all together. Now let's put it all together with the strum pattern. Slow walkthrough. 1, 2, ready, go. Then the A section will repeat another 8 measures, but there'll be a variation on the last 2 measures. Instead of playing that A minor, I don't think that sounds good the second time around. I would just stay with a regular A minor 7th. It's double A minor 7th, but there won't be this. So let's put together that second half, pretty much the same thing, but we'll throw in that variation. Again, the last 2 measures will just be an A minor 7th. That's going to lead into verse 1. So here's how the A section will sound after the intro. 1, 2, ready, go. So with that, what we'll do in the next clip, we'll put together, I guess you would call it the song's intro. It's actually the A section played twice, so 16 total measures. We'll speed up the tempo a little bit, but you can also focus with the next clip on syncing the lyrics along with the chord changes as well. The song's verse or B section, we have a 16 measure progression to work on. So we're going to start with the first 8 chord sequence. And we're going back to some of the chords we used in the A section, but we're going to have a different running order. We're going to start, instead of A minor 7th, we're going to start with the B7 flat 5 chord shape for 1 full measure. And then we're going to go to the E7 with the raised 5th, measure 2, and then double A minor 7th, measure 3, measure 4. Measure 5 will be a D minor 7th, up at the 5th fret position, a G13, and then for the last 2 measures, you have a lot of options here. Probably the safest one is just do a double C major 7th. What I like to do, I like to lift off the second finger and go to a C7th. So measure 7, measure 8, that's option 2. Another option, once you get more comfortable playing this, you could copy the original recording a little bit closer. On there they go C7, or C major 7th I should say, to F7 and back to C major 7th. But let's go back to the beginning and put together those first 8 chords, starting with the B7th with the flat 5, E7 with the raised 5th, double A minor 7, D minor 7, G13, C major 7th, and then C7. Now for the next 8 measures, we're going to start playing 2 chords per measure, starting with a B7th chord up at the 7th fret. Now for this, we're curving the thumb over for the bass while focusing on the 2, 3, and 4 strings. So we're going to attempt to mute the 5th string. I have a guitar here with a real wide neck, so it's a little tricky to do that on this particular model. There's your B7th. Then we're going to go down to a B flat 7th with the flatted 5th in between here. And where the bass line is descending down 1 fret at a time. So if you keep the thumb there, it makes it a little bit easier to do that transition. Then we continue to descend down 1 fret at a time. Now we have an A minor 7th. In this case, I suppose you could let that 5th string ring open. But if we want to be consistent with the thumb, use the thumb. An A flat diminished 7th. In this case, I do abandon the thumb. If you use your 2 finger for the bass, I find that to be a little less challenging. You get a little bit more clarity. And then G minor 7th. That'll be played for a full bar, strummed for a full bar. And then for this chord, we have a lot of options how to name it. I would say a B7th with the sharpened 9th / F sharp, using that F sharp bass note. So this sequence is, again, probably the most challenging part of the song. So let's put it together starting from the B7. We'll do a 1 strum. And we still have 4 measures left. And that'll be, for this particular chord voicing here, some people like an F major 7th. I happen to prefer over that a 7th with the flatted 9. There's the arpeggio there, just the middle 4 strings. And then again, another chord you have a lot of options on. I just go with an E7. Again, this particular voicing here. So backing it up to the 7 flat 9. Full measure. E7, then double A minor 7th to wrap up section B or the verse. There's a lot there. Let's do a 1 strum. We'll put together the complete B section, the complete verse section, 1 strum approach from the top. Here we go. Now we'll apply the strum pattern. Again, for that second half of the B section, it's not going to be a full strum pattern for each. Again, we're going to be splitting it up, so a lot of options on that, how to strum it. Let's show you how I go about it. Again, we'll start from the beginning. We'll put together all of section B with the strum approach. And what we'll do is in the next clip, we'll go over that again, but this time we'll include the lyrics. So we'll play it at a slightly faster tempo. And you can also focus on syncing the lyrics with the chord changes as well. song's chorus, or the C section, we have an A chord progression. Again, a few options on how to start it. I happen to prefer a D ninth chord, and then shifting to a D minor ninth, which is just a matter of lowering that fourth string 1 fret, D9, D minor 9, A minor 7th for 2 measures, then repeating that D9, D minor 9 transition, bars 5 and 6 there, bars 7, or bar 7 is A minor 7th, and then we'll do that B flat major 7th to lead into the next section. That's measure 8. Let's do a 1 strum approach from the top. D9, D minor 9, A minor 7th, A minor 7th again, and sort of repeat that sequence. D9, D minor 9, A minor 7th, and we substitute the B flat major 7th. Next we'll apply the strum pattern to that. 1, 2, ready, go. In the next clip, we'll review the C section of the chorus, a little bit faster tempo, and you can sync the lyrics again with the chord changes for section C. There are basically 3 sections to Agua de Beber, the A, B, and C sections. And pretty much you repeat those sections throughout the song with some slight variations. At this point in the lesson, it's a good idea to work out a basic arrangement, and that'll make learning the rest of the song easier. And that arrangement would be the A section played twice, like we did for the intro, and then we repeated that sequence with a slight variation. And then we went to the B section, the verse section, and the C section. So if you put those 4 sections together, again, the rest of the song will be a lot less challenging to learn because we just have to make some slight variations to the A, B, and C sections. After the first chorus, we go into another A section, and this will be the A section we played near the beginning of the song with the variation. Not the actual intro, but the progression that ended with 2 consecutive A minor 7th chords. Quick review of that sequence. The 8 measures will be A minor 7th, then the B7 flat 5, E7 with the raised 5th for measure 2, measure 3 A minor 7th, measure 4 that 2 chord combo again, and then measure 5 will be A minor 7th, measure 6 F major 7th, and then 2 consecutive A minor 7ths. And that'll lead us into the second verse section of the song, or the next B section. Now the second time we play the B section, it'll be the same chords, we just have different lyrics. So what we'll do with the next clip, we'll go over the same progression for the B section, but this time you can focus on syncing the different lyrics with the chord changes. For the song's second chorus, we'll go back to the C section, and there will be a variation this time. We're going to extend it by 4 measures. So let's walk through that. We'll start with the D9, the D minor 9, A minor 7, A minor 7. There's 4 measures, and we'll repeat those. So there's your 8 measures, but then we're going to add 4 more: D9, D minor 9, A minor 7th, and then a substitute for that last chord, major 7th chord. And let's go to the song's ending right now as well. We'll connect that with the final chorus. For the song's coda, we'll go back to the initial A section, and it'll be played pretty much exactly the same as the opening 8 measures. So if we go through that one more time. And there's your extra A minor chord there. You can do whatever you kind of want on that. I like to repeat that, keeping the A minor chord down and lifting off to A minor 7. So with that, what we'll do is connect the second chorus with the song's ending. We'll put them all together. You can work out that progression as well as focus on syncing the lyrics together with those 2 sections as well. Once you have each section down, the final step is to put together a complete arrangement or performance of the song. And you can do that along with my Agua de Beber karaoke video. And with that karaoke video, you can either sing along with Agua de Beber karaoke, play guitar with Agua de Beber karaoke, or do both.